The chapter of the victory over enemies. From the papyrus of Nebseni, British Museum number 9900, sheet 12. Hail, Thoth, who didst make Osiris to triumph over his enemies. Snare thou the enemies of Osiris, the scribe Nebseni, the Lord of piety, in the presence of the great sovereign princes of every god and of every goddess, in the presence of the great sovereign princes who are in Anu, Heliopolis, on the night of the battle and of the overthrow of the Sabal fiend in the tattoo, on the night of making to stand up the double tet in Sechem, Letopolis, on the night of the things of the night in Sechem, in Peh, and in Tepu, 18, on the night of the establishing of Horus in the heritage of the things of his father in the double land of Rekhti, on the night when Isis maketh lamentation on the side of her brother Osiris in Abtu, Abydos, on the night of the Haker festival of the distinguishing between the dead, i.e. the damned, and the Kus on the path of the dead, i.e. the damned, on the night of the judgment of those who are to be annihilated at the great festival of the plowing and the turning up of the earth in Na'ar Arut 19 in Ristau, and on the night of making Horus to triumph over his enemies. Horus is mighty, the northern and the southern halves of heaven rejoice. Osiris is content thereat, and his heart is glad. Hail, Thoth, make thou to triumph Osiris, the scribe Nebseni, over his enemies, in the presence of the sovereign princes of every god and every goddess, and in the presence of you, ye sovereign princes, who passed judgment on Osiris behind the shrine. In the Sa'it recension, this chapter has no vignette, but it has the title, Another Chapter of the Chaplet of Victory, and is arranged in the tabular form. The words, Hail, Thoth, make Osiris, Alf Onk, triumphant, to triumph over his enemies, even as thou didst make Osiris to triumph over his enemies, which are written in two horizontal lines, are to be repeated before each column of text. The great sovereign princes invoked are those of Anu, Heliopolis, Tatu, Sechem, Letopolis, Peh and Tep, An Arut, the double land of Rekhti, Restau up to the paths of the dead, the plowing festival in Tatu, Kier Abba, Osiris, heaven and earth, every god and every goddess, the rubric reads. If this chapter be recited regularly, and always by a man who hath purified himself in water of Natron, he shall come forth by day after he hath come into port, i.e. is dead, and he shall perform all the transformations which his heart shall dictate, and he shall come forth from every fire. The chapter of giving a mouth to the overseer. The chapter of giving a mouth to the overseer of the house, Nu, triumphant in the underworld, he saith, Homage to thee, O thou Lord of brightness, thou who art at the head of the great house, Prince of the night and of thick darkness. I have come unto thee being a pure Ku. Thy two hands are behind thee, and thou hast thy lot with thy ancestors. O grant thou unto me my mouth that I may speak therewith, and guide thou to me my heart at the season when there is cloud and darkness. The chapter of giving a mouth to Osiris Ani, from the papyrus of Ani, British Museum number 10470, sheet 6. The chapter of giving a mouth to Osiris Ani, the scribe and teller of the holy offerings of all the gods, triumphant in the underworld, he saith, I rise out of the egg in the hidden land. May my mouth be given unto me that I may speak therewith in the presence of the great God, the Lord of Tuat, underworld. May my hand and my arm not be forced back in the presence of the sovereign princes of any god. I am Osiris, the Lord of Restau. May I, Osiris, the scribe Ani, triumphant, have a portion with him who is on the top of the steps, i.e., Osiris, according to the desire of my heart. I have come from the pool of fire, and I have quenched the fire. Papyrus of Book of the Dead. Opening the mouth of Osiris. From the Papyrus of Ani, British Museum, number 10470, sheet 15. The chapter of opening the mouth of Osiris, the scribe Ani, triumphant, saith, May the good Ptah open my mouth, and may the God of my city loose the swathings, even the swathings which are over my mouth. Moreover, may Thoth, being filled and furnished with charms, come and loose the bandages, even the bandages of Set, which fetter my mouth, and may the god Tem hurl them at those who would fetter me with them, and drive them back. May my mouth be opened, may my mouth be unclosed by Shu with his iron knife, wherewith he opened the mouths of the gods. I am the goddess Sekhet, and I sit upon my place in the great wind of heaven. I am the great goddess Sa, who dwelleth among the souls of Anu, Heliopolis. Now as concerning every charm and all the words which may be spoken against me, may the gods resist them. May the gods resist them, and may each and every one of the company of the gods withstand them. The chapter of bringing charms to Osiris. From the Papyrus of Ani, British Museum, number 10,470, sheet 15. The chapter of burning charms unto Osiris Ani in the underworld. He saith, I am Tem Khepera, who brought himself into being upon the thigh of his divine mother. Those who are in Nu, i.e. the sky, are made wolves, and those who are among the sovereign princes are become hyenas. Behold, I gather together the charm from every place where it is, and from every man with whom it is, swifter than greyhounds, and quicker than light. Hail thou who towest along the Ma'kent, boat of Ra. The stays of thy sails and of thy rudder are taut in the wind as thou sailest up the pool of fire in the underworld. Behold, thou gatherest together the charm from every place where it is, and from every man with whom it is, swifter than greyhounds and quicker than light. The charm which created the forms of being from the mother, and which either createth the gods or maketh them silent, and which giveth the heat of fire unto the gods. Behold, the charm is given unto me. Behold, the charm is given unto me from wherever it is, and from him with whom it is, swifter than greyhounds, and quicker than light, or as others say, quicker than a shadow. The chapter of memory. From the Papyrus of Nu, British Museum, number 10,477, sheet 5. The chapter of making a man to possess memory in the underworld. The Chancellor-in-Chief, Nu, triumphant, the overseer of the palace, the son of the chief chancellor, Amen-hetep, saith, May my name be given to me in the great house, and may I remember my name in the house of fire, on the night of counting the years, and of telling the number of the months. I am the divine one, and I sit on the eastern side of heaven. If any god whatsoever should advance unto me, let me be able to proclaim his name forthwith. The chapter of giving a heart to Osiris. From the Papyrus of Ani, British Museum, number 10,470, sheet 15. The chapter of giving a heart to Osiris, Ani, in the underworld. He saith, May my heart, Ab, 20, be with me in the house of hearts. May my heart, Ha, be with me in the house of hearts. May my heart be with me, and may it rest there, or I shall not eat of the cakes of Osiris on the eastern side of the lake of flowers. Neither shall I have a boat wherein to go down the Nile, nor another wherein to go up, nor shall I be able to sail down the Nile with thee. May my mouth be given to me that I may speak therewith, and my 2 legs to walk therewith, and my 2 hands and arms to overthrow my foe. May the doors of heaven be opened unto me. May Seb, the prince, 21, of the gods, open wide his 2 jaws unto me. May he open my 2 eyes, which are blindfolded. May he cause me to stretch apart my 2 legs, which are bound together. And may Anpu, Anubis, make my thighs firm so that I may stand upon them. May the goddess Sekhet make me to rise so that I may ascend unto heaven. And may that be done which I command in the house of the foreign double of Ptah, i.e. Memphis. I understand with my heart. I have gained the mastery over my heart. I have gained the mastery over my 2 hands. I have gained the mastery over my legs. I have gained the power to do whatsoever my Ka double pleaseth. My soul shall not be fettered to my body at the gates of the underworld, but I shall enter in peace, and I shall come forth in peace. The chapter of preserving the heart. From the Papyrus of Ani, British Museum, number 10,470, sheets 15 and 16. The chapter of not letting the heart, hati, of a man be taken from him in the underworld, 22, saith Osiris Ani, Hail ye who carry away hearts, hail ye who still hearts, and who make the heart of a man to go through its transformations according to his deeds. Let not what he hath done harm him before you. 23. Homage to you, O ye lords of eternity, ye possessors of everlastingness. Take ye not this heart of Osiris Ani into your grasp, this heart of Osiris, and cause ye not words of evil to spring up against it, because this is the heart of Osiris Ani, triumphant, and it belongeth unto him of many names, i.e., Thoth, the mighty one whose words are his limbs, and who sendeth forth his heart to dwell in his body. The heart of Osiris Ani is triumphant. It is made new before the gods. He hath gained power over it. He hath not been spoken to according to what he hath done. He hath gotten power over his own members. His heart obeyeth him. He is the Lord thereof. It is in his body, and it shall never fall away therefrom. I, Osiris, the scribe Ani, victorious in peace, and triumphant in the beautiful Amenta, and on the mountain of eternity, bid thee to be obedient unto me in the underworld. The chapter of preserving the heart, from the Papyrus of Nu, British Museum number 10,477, sheet 5. The chapter of not letting the heart of the overseer of the palace, the chancellor in chief, Nu triumphant, be carried away from him in the underworld. He saith, Hail thou lion god, I am the flower bush, that which is an abomination unto me is the divine block. Let not this my heart, hati, be carried away from me by the fighting gods in Anu. Hail thou who dost wind bandages round Osiris, and who hast seen Set. Hail thou who returnest after smiting and destroying him before the mighty ones. This is my heart, sitteth, and weepeth before itself before Osiris. It hath made supplication for me. I have given unto him, and I have decreed unto him the thoughts of the heart in the house of the god Usekha. 24. And I have brought to him sand Sikh at the entry to Kemenu, Hermopolis Magna. Let not this my heart, hati, be carried away from me. I make thee to dwell upon this throne. O thou who joinest together hearts, hatu in sek hep with years of strength against all things that are an abomination unto thee, and to carry off food from among the things which belong unto thee, and are in thy grasp by reason of thy twofold strength. And this my heart, hati, is devoted to the decrees of the god Tem, who leadeth me into the dens of Sutu. But let not this my heart, which hath done its desire before the sovereign princes, who are in the underworld, be given unto him. When they find the leg and the swathings, they bury them. The chapter of preserving the heart. From the Papyrus of Ani, British Museum number 10,470, sheet 15. The chapter of not letting the heart of a man be taken away from him in the underworld. Osiris Ani, triumphant, saith, Turn thou back, O messenger of every god. Is it that thou art come to carry away this my heart which liveth? But my heart which liveth shall not be given unto thee as I advance. The guards hearken unto my offerings, and they all fall down upon their faces in their own places. The chapter of preserving the heart. From the Papyrus of Amenhotep, Navil, Tod Tenbuk, BDI B140. The chapter of not allowing the heart of Amenhotep triumphant to be carried away, dead in the underworld. The deceased saith, My heart is with me, and it shall never come to pass that it shall be carried away. I am the Lord of hearts, the slayer of the heart. I live in the right and truth, Ma'at, and I have my being therein. I am Horus, the dweller in hearts, who is within the dweller in the body. I live in my word, and my heart hath being. Let not my heart be taken away from me. Let it not be wounded, and may neither wounds nor gashes be dealt upon me, because it hath been taken away from me. Let me have my being in the body of my father Seb, and in the body of my mother Nut. I have not done that which is held in abomination by the gods. Let me not suffer defeat there, but let me be triumphant. The heart of Carnelian. From the Papyrus of Ani, British Museum number 10,470, sheet 33. The chapter of a heart of Carnelian. Osiris Ani triumphant saith, I am the Benu, the soul of Ra, and the guide of the gods in the Tuat underworld. Their divine souls come forth upon earth to do the will of their Kas. Let therefore the soul of Osiris Ani come forth to do the will of his Ka. Preserving the heart, from Lepsius, Tod Ten Buk, B1:16. The chapter of not letting the heart of a man be driven away from him in the underworld. Osiris, Uf Ankh, triumphant, born of Sheret Emsu, triumphant, saith, My heart, my mother, my heart, my mother, my heart of my existence upon earth, may not stand up to oppose me in judgment. May there be no opposition to me in the presence of the sovereign princes. May no evil be wrought against me in the presence of the gods. May there be no parting of thee from me in the presence of the great God, the Lord of Amentet. Homage to thee, O thou heart of Osiris Kent Amentet. Homage to you, O my reigns. Homage to you, O ye gods who dwell in the divine clouds, and who are exalted or holy by reason of your scepters. Speak ye fair words for the Osiris Ulf Ankh, and make ye him to prosper before Neheb-Ka. And behold, though I be joined unto the earth, and am in the mighty innermost part of heaven, let me remain on the earth and not die in Amentet, and let me be a Ku therein forever and ever. This chapter shall be recited over a basalt scarab, which shall be set in a gold setting, and it shall be placed inside the heart of the man, 25, for whom the ceremonies of opening the mouth and of anointing the unguent have been performed. And there shall be recited by way of a magical charm the words, My heart, my mother, my heart, my mother, my heart of transformations. Preserving the heart.